greater than 300 micrograms. What's going on? It's someone that's no one, and welcome back to today's report. Today's report was sent in by Reyes. When this happened, May 2018. The drugs used, LSD and cannabis, at a dose of 1.5 tabs, each tab dosed around 250 micrograms. The route administration, orally, gender, male, weight 50 kilos, age 17, height 1.68 meters. His prior experience includes alcohol, once to the point of a blackout at 14 years old, cocaine, a bunch of weed, and half of a 250 microgram tab a week before the experience. For his set, he notes happy, wanting to grow spiritually and mentally from the experience. And the setting, with friends, in some open place with a park in front. Okay, so today, we're getting into Jesus' first full-on strong psychedelic experience with LSD. He had been wanting to try it lately since his friend had got some. So after testing the waters with half a tab, he decides to triple the dose a week later to really get his fill. While coming up, he doesn't feel much, so he smokes a big joint with his friends, where he then gets sent into a world of psychedelia with strong spiritual themes. He comes to many epiphanies throughout the experience, and later, when he's alone, he experiences meeting an entity through closed eyes. There's also an epilogue after the report of Jesus' drug use, and how a lot has changed since then. This is a pretty interesting experience, and one I'm sure you'll enjoy, so without further ado, let's dive right into this. I was ready to take a wild ride on psychedelics, since my experience on half a tab of acid was pretty good. I felt like a little kid again, and everything was so beautiful. So about a month before the experience, I look into psychedelics, and how it can make you have spiritual and high consciousness experiences, and I was immediately hooked into wanting to try some. Lo and behold, my friend had 250 microgram tabs. I decided to buy 2 tabs a week after I bought 1 tab and tried half. I was ready. My friend that was driving didn't even know what was up. I just decided to open the tinfoil with the tabs inside and decided to take 1.5 all at once. I gave my friend half. He even took a photo about 20 minutes later with the tab in his tongue, and we were just driving around. They bought beer and everything. We went to a place where it was all alone, no one in sight, and nothing but some trees and a park in front of us. It was perfect. I decided I would roll up a joint, and rolled a really big one. My friend was already reporting effects at this time. My stomach feels weird, my friend said as we laughed. Yeah, that's the effect, I told him, but I was barely feeling anything. I decided to spark up, just smoking the joint and having a good time. The time comes when I finish the joint. Never felt anything unpleasant or bad. I was just waiting for the LSD to kick in at this point. I was looking at some trees, and the trees just looked so beautiful, and it looked like everything was starting to stretch. After seeing these trees for some time, my vision suddenly shifted, turned around, and I saw a line of the color purple. Something was definitely happening now. I was excited, yet I just expected some fun visuals, and was disappointed at the same time. Is there really all there is to this? Is this really what a spiritual experience is? But no, something else happened. Suddenly after the disappointment passed, I looked at the sky, and I could see a triangle with an eye look at me. I could see shapes and patterns with my eyes open, and these shapes moved. It was beautiful, but where was it occurring? I closed my eyes. In the distance, I could see another world, as if I were in a bicycle, and I was slowly but surely going to this other world, and an entity was waiting for me. I remember I said, "Wow," and immediately walked towards the car, in which I just sat down and let the visuals consume me. "I haven't seen you for a long time," I heard. I started crying more than I have ever cried. My friends asked me what was wrong. "Hey man, if I want to cry, let me cry." "Alright man, you do you," as they left me alone. I was again consumed by closed-eye visuals, with nothing but my consciousness. It was beautiful. I can't really remember what I saw, just black and white shapes and patterns, with profound insights. Music was amazing. I was music. The trip came with multiple insights about how we're all connected to this universe, how this is the thing they didn't want us to know. Corporations, governments, This is what society steers you away from this other world. If everyone knew about this, it would all be different. There would be times where I told my friends about my insights. We are all going to something greater. Prepare for this, because we are going somewhere. I remember seeing this ball after that can turn into anything I wanted it to. We can be whatever we want, I said at my friends. What do you mean? What are you talking about? My friend told me, not the one who took half a tab. He was skeptical. Another one that was with us. This friend in particular didn't know what was happening to me, so he investigates. LSD can give people a sense of connection with their higher self, spirit, and make them have a visually enticing spiritual awakening. Yes, this is exactly what is happening to me, I told myself. They were taking me to my house. I got out the car, said bye, closed the door, and went to my room. I was so fascinated with saying that I could be whatever I want, and that this is what they don't want us to find out. I closed my eyes. The entity was telling me, you can ask me anything you want. Go on, just ask. He waited patiently. I didn't ask him anything. Everything turned dark and red. As he was really angry, I didn't ask. And it immediately turned into bliss and love again. I lay down in my bed, still having crazy and lovely visuals, but it was mostly just doing what it wanted to do. I was getting out of this crazy world, and I knew it. Will we see each other again? It didn't respond. I'll just take more acid, and it will happen again, I exclaimed. I was getting out of this world. After that, I took one tab, and it was relatively the same as far as visuals go, but not insights. I was almost there, yet didn't get there. I have overdosed 2 times on drugs after that, once with DXM and antidepressant pills, and once with a lot of pills at once. Tramadol, DXM, Klonopin, alcohol, weed, and DMT at the peak of that. Although, weed is the least dangerous here. Didn't receive any medical attention after this. I'm worried I damaged my brain in some way, and that's why it told me that it won't be the same. I have also tried a shit ton of DMT and 5-MeO-DMT. It was never the same. The same thing happened to me on DMT when I snorted and smoked a lot, but it showed me that I didn't want to be there and how much damage I was doing to myself and my family. I tried about 65 micrograms of acid after that and had a bad experience. Also didn't want to be there. I don't know if I could ever get the courage to do it again, but I want to. I just hope it isn't my last experience with a high dose of LSD. I'll need to check my cardiac and physical health, and I hope if I did do damage, I can recover. I love you all. Peace out. Try over 300 micrograms of LSD.